Usos are back together. The crowd erupts, goosebumps in the air as they step into the fight against the tyrannical Vision. But what feels like unity quickly rots from the inside. In the heat of battle, a miscommunication shatters the moment. Jey barks orders. Jimmy refuses to listen. The hesitation costs them dearly. Jey is speared, crushed under a tsunami, and pinned. The Vision stands tall. Frustration spills out of Jey at ringside. The crowd watches, uneasy, as the brothers argue all the way up the ramp. The reunion already feels broken. On Raw, the tension boils over. Jimmy warns Jey, "You're talking to me like I'm your kid. Keep this up and I'll stop you myself. I see Roman in you, and that scares me." But Jey doesn't hear it. His blood is boiling. He storms out to confront LA Knight in the parking lot. The fight is brutal. Knight gains the upper hand as Jimmy walks away, refusing to save his brother. Knight spits venom. "You're nothing but a wannabe Roman. At Crown Jewel, I'll show the world you don't belong in my league." The challenge is set. The crowd is torn. Knight and Jey are both beloved. They trade punches, chants bouncing back and forth. A split audience. Jey finally lands the Uso splash. The 3 count echoes, but the cameras catch what the referee missed. LA Knight's foot under the rope. A stolen victory. Knight protests, shouting at Jey, "You saw it! You knew it!" But Jey's face twists dark. Chair in hand, rage in his eyes. He's seconds from destroying Knight until Jimmy throws himself in front of him. The crowd feels it. Something inside Jey Uso is changing, and not for the better. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins defeats Cody Rhodes in a champion versus champion clash. He calls himself the one true champion, the Vision fulfilled. But Jey Uso sees red. He storms through the crowd, desperate to challenge Seth. Before he can, LA Knight cuts him off, screaming the world still owes him justice. Adam Pearce makes it official. Next Raw, Jey Uso versus LA Knight. No disqualification. Winner faces Rollins. The match is violent. Tables, steel, chaos. Seth watches from ringside, a sinister smile creeping wider with every blow. LA Knight triumphs, but the victory is short-lived. Jey snaps, steel chair after steel chair. LA Knight writhes in pain. Jimmy pleads with his brother to stop. Jey shoves him aside, eyes locked on Seth Rollins, and Rollins loves it. Jey has become his weapon without even realizing it. The Vision swarms. Bronson, Breaker, chaos exploding. But then the roof blows off. Roman Reigns is back. Spears, carnage. The tribal chief clears the ring, standing tall as he growls at Rollins. "You don't have a match at Survivor Series? Now you do. Against us, the OG Bloodline reunited. Roman, Jimmy, Jey." The crowd roars, but Jey stares daggers at Roman, furious that Reigns is once again calling the shots. The trios clash is war. Roman versus Seth. Uso fire against Breaker brutality. Goosebumps everywhere. But inside the Bloodline, fractures remain. Jimmy sacrifices himself, taking a Breaker spear meant for Jey. Jey fights back. Samoan drop to Seth. Uso splash, but Roman tags himself in. He steals the finish, pins Rollins, and claims the glory. Jey cedes. His victory stolen by his cousin again. The Bloodline's win only deepens the divide. Fan footage leaks after the show. Roman and Jey screaming at each other outside the arena. Roman's voice cuts clear. "Don't disrespect me by thinking you can be me." Jimmy begs them to remember their blood, suggests they rule the tag division again. But Jey shakes his head. "We were great, but I can be better. I will be better. You want LA Knight? Take him. I want the Royal Rumble." Jimmy whispers back, "Maybe I'll be there too, little bro." The Rumble comes. Breaker rampages, Roman locked in his grip. But LA Knight returns, laser focused on revenge. He eliminates Jey, screaming, "We're not done." Not even close. As Jey fumes on the outside, he watches Jimmy and Roman eliminate Breaker together. The bitterness inside him finally ignites. On Raw, Jey demands answers. Jimmy fires back. I chose Roman over you because you chose a title over me. You've lost your head. You're becoming everything you hated. But you ain't Roman. You ain't got what it takes. The match is set. Brother versus brother. WrestleMania. The fight is raw, desperate, heartbreaking. Jimmy pleads mid-match. You're my brother, not my enemy. For a moment, Jey hesitates, sees family, not foe. The crowd begs him to stop, but Jey hardens his heart. He snaps. He crushes Jimmy. Post-match, Jey declares, I love my brother, but I run this family now. Finally, Jey stands face to face with Roman, the same place it all began 5 years ago. Roman sneers, you want to be me? You couldn't even hold a world title for 4 months. Jey's voice shakes with rage. I don't want to be you. I want to destroy you inside Hell in a Cell. Blood, sweat, and betrayal echo in steel. Roman begs him to stop. We're family. Don't do this. Tears fill Jey's eyes. For a moment, it seems he'll forgive. Roman reaches for it. And then, cold, merciless, Jey finishes the job. He tears apart the tribal necklace, scattering the fragments over Roman's broken body. The ultimate betrayal. The ultimate transformation. Roman once said Jey made him look like a monster. 5 years later, Jey Uso becomes one.